Welcome to Movies That Fucked Me Up. I'm Joe, and in this episode, I'm going to tell you what fucked me up about Cam Evrenol's Baskin. This was a viewer suggestion, and I really thought that this person was trying to fuck with me, especially with a bunch of things that were in this movie.
That's so f***ed up.
Ranitophobia is the intense or irrational fear of frogs. And there are like a whole lot of fucking frogs in this movie. Something interesting I found out about Cam. His influences are George Romero, John Carpenter, David Lynch, and Gaspar Noé, which explains the style that this movie is shot in. Going back to Ranitophobia, there are so many frogs in this movie that I really thought that the person who watched this series knows that I've mentioned this before, right? And there were so many in here, I was legit worried there was going to be some type of giant frog man that was going to be coming out. This is my first Turkish horror, so I'm kind of curious to see what else they got. And what's this movie about? Well, it's about a bunch of police officers who are at this little, I don't know, restaurant, and they start fucking around with this guy and get a call, and then they head over to this call. Now, these people are not anybody that you are going to be rooting for. And as I mentioned, with his influence of Noé and Lynch, this movie is a surrealist nightmare. The visions that you get, the shit that these people go through, like you find yourself pretty much saying the same thing that these people are saying, like, what the fuck? There is one thing I'm gonna say, is that you have to read really fast. Like some of the conversations, they're going so fast that you're kind of missing what's going on the screen. So make sure you are ready to read fast. Some other influence that I also noted in the movie, it felt a little bit like the French Extremities, which you know I love. Anyways, so they get this phone call and they head out to this police station to back up another call. On the way there, they run over this guy, and then the car goes off and goes into the lake where they basically almost drown. Once they get out, they run into like these people that are living in the woods, and I shit you not, these people have like buckets of frogs. And I'm again sitting there going, who the fuck is fucking with me here? But still, they're just sitting there collecting frogs. I don't know if it was for dinner. I don't know what it was for. So they convince one of the guys to take them to the police station. And once he's there, this man takes off. Honestly, they all should have taken off because it was gonna be a fucked up nightmare for them. Listen, when you show up somewhere, and there's some Blair Witch type of shit hanging around everywhere. And by the time this movie came out, I'm assuming one of them saw the movie. They would have brought up, this looks like some Blair Witch shit. We should not go in. But no, they went in and, well, here we are. This shot is for Arda. Damn. So, as it turns out, the five men have found a gateway to hell. So, there's a lot that goes on here. So what could it be? No shade, but that Baba guy, he looked a little froggy. But no, it was not him. Was it all the bodies that were on meat hooks? No, it wasn't that. Was it Yavuz getting his eye taken out? No, it wasn't that. Again, I said somebody was messing with me. It was none of the gory stuff, the eyes, the frogs. No, it's the fact that just like Wallace and his fate in Tusk, is the fact that Arda is left in a fate that is pretty fucking fucked up. You see, after he kills Baba, he escapes and he's all happy. He even like laughs like a crazy hysterical person. And as he goes out to the road, he gets run over by the van, which he is currently in. Because this gateway to hell, well, it basically put them all in purgatory. And now Arda is going to keep killing Baba, escaping, and then repeating again. And that's a fucked up fate to be left in, because that kind of leaves you wondering, like, what other ways are they going to be tortured, maimed, killed? Like, that's a pretty fucked up fate to have to keep living on for all the sins that you have done. So it doesn't have to be like all the gory stuff. It's the fact that you're wondering what the fate is of the person. For example, in Irreversible, Alex, you find that at the end that she's pregnant. So you're left wondering if she and the baby survived. And that's the fucked up shit that Lynch and Noe do to you. So this is the kudos that I give Cam for this movie, because I'm like left wondering like what hell is going to continue looking for them, especially for Arda, who keeps escaping and is going to get run over every time. So again, as this was a request, you know what? Keep bringing them on. I'm going to forgive you about the frogs in the eyes, because it actually was a good movie. I like horror movies that are kind of thought-provoking. It is currently available to stream on AMC Plus or Shudder. If you've seen the movie, let me know what your thoughts are on that. And until next time, ta-ta for now.
Demek bu gece bize katılmaya geldiniz. Biz de sizi en layıkıyla ağırlamaya geldik.